Treat yourself how you would treat them. Hello, welcome back to my 90 days of lessons for me to you. And today's a little bit different. The setup's a little bit different. I'm recording on my PC right now, so I'm using the Elgato camera to record. This is my garage, and if you see me look over here, it's because my second monitor's over there, so I'm kind of looking at myself sometimes. But yeah, it's raining outside, and I kind of wanted to, switch it up a little bit. But today's lesson is treat yourself the same way that you would treat them. And what do I mean by that? We as people, when we get into relationships, whether it's friendships, romantic, or anything of that nature, we're more prone to giving people more leeway than we are to ourselves. Like, we give ourselves way less of a rope to the point where we get mad, if you know what I'm saying. Like, if you mess up on something, like and it's your fault, or maybe it's not even your fault, and you get mad, and you're just like, damn, like, dude, that shouldn't have happened in the first place. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what I was thinking. I was stupid, and that was just something that shouldn't have happened in the first place. And you're thinking of all these ways that you could right the wrong or do better next time. But if it was somebody else that did that, we tend to make excuses for them, because we want them in our lives. We tend to be like, maybe they were busy if they missed something. Oh, maybe, they had something going on if they couldn't do something for you. Maybe they were, we make excuses for them. We give them the benefit of the doubt. And I feel like it makes sense, especially me. I try to always strive for better, to, put a better foot forward than I did yesterday, and one of the ways that I do that is I'm pretty critical of myself. I'm pretty critical of myself and the things that goes on in my life, and the things that happens in my life, and the things that I can control in my life. But I've also noticed that I'm very harsh on myself compared to how I am with my, say, romantic partners or my friends. I like to be like I said before, I like to be like, maybe just something was going on, but it would help to develop such a better relationship with myself, because I do believe, we should look at the way that we interact with ourselves as a relationship. We should look at that as we are in a relationship with ourselves, because realistically, you technically are, because you're taking care of yourself with yourself every day. So that constitutes a relationship with yourself. And, if you're more gracious with yourself, and this is not to say, like, if you mess up every single time, you're like, oh, like, I'll do better next time, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, you kind of just brush it off. No, you can still be critical of yourself. Just don't overdo it. You can sit down in the moment. You can talk about it with yourself. You can be like, damn, like, I hated this. Don't say hate. Never do negative self-talk. That's one thing I want to get this out there. Get this negative self-talk. I hate myself. I hate this, blah, blah, blah. Get that out of the way. No. Be like, oh, I didn't like the way I handled this. I didn't like the way I handled that. This is what I could do differently. This is what I could do, better next time. And, it's human to kind of judge ourselves. But just know that after judging yourself, try to let it go as much as possible, because holding on to it does nothing positive for you, The same way that, some people do. Some people are prone to grudges. But I do believe if you truly love somebody, the grudges that you hold against them, it doesn't outweigh the love. It doesn't outweigh the love. You may feel some type of way negative towards them, but truly loving somebody means truly forgiving them every single time, even if it sucks and hurts. You can forgive somebody and not still be with them. Just putting that out there. But yeah, learning to forgive yourself and learning to talk to yourself positively, loving yourself and looking in the mirror and being like, yeah, like, I like what I see. And it even goes further beyond that. This is a literal way of treating yourself how you would treat them. Say, for example, you take them on dates, like your girlfriend or your boyfriend tells you they want to do something or they want to get something. For yourself, do that. The same way that you would for them, you'd go above and beyond to try to make that happen for them. Why don't you do that for yourself, man? Like, you want to go on a trip somewhere, try to make that happen. You want to go watch a movie or go do something. Just go do it by yourself. That's like taking yourself out, taking care of yourself. You want to go to a new restaurant, try it, dude, go by yourself. Go there, sit down by yourself and do it. Fuck what everybody else thinks. They're just like, oh, you're here sitting by yourself, eating alone? Oh my God, that's so sad. No. You're comfortable enough in your own skin and you're happy enough with yourself to the point where you can be like, yeah, I want to go try that new restaurant. Yeah, I want to go watch that new movie. Yeah, I want to go on this vacation trip. I want to go by myself. And you go by yourself and you enjoy it, bro. You enjoy it. The same way that if you would went with your partner, yeah, you enjoy it. But you know, this time, as I've said in the past videos, there's less responsibility. It's just you. It's just you taking care of yourself. You know, it's you waking up every day, choosing what you want to do and doing it, man. Like, you know, take yourself out, treat yourself. One thing that I've started to do for myself, it's on my whiteboard, is that I want to take myself out at least twice a month. You know, not right now because I ain't got no bread right now, but next month starting, I want to take myself out twice a month. Whether it's to go to see a movie, whether it's to go eat at a restaurant, whether it's to go have a night on the town, whether it's to, you know, go bowling or something simple, bro. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. The same way that dates with somebody that you love doesn't have to be anything crazy. Because if somebody truly loves you, spending time with you is enough. You know, definitely plan. Guys, don't take this, you know, definitely, especially I'm speaking to the men. Definitely plan hanging out with your girlfriend. They appreciate it more than you think. Plan the hangout. Plan the date. Don't call it a hangout. Call it a date. Plan the date, guys. Sorry, I'm on a tangent. Some advice for the young men out there. But yeah, you know, plan it and do it and execute it and follow through with it, man. Take yourself out there, you know, have fun, do whatever you want within reason. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's all my points, you know. Forgive yourself more, be less harsh on yourself, and taking yourself out. And also just, you know, just talk to yourself. Just talk to yourself, dude. I know some people like kind of give it this like negative aura of talking to yourself, like, oh, are you crazy, you talking to yourself? No, talking to yourself means that you're having a dialogue with yourself and you're learning yourself more. The same way that you would speak to somebody else to get to know them, talk to yourself to get to know yourself. There have been so many times in my past where talking to myself, I've cried talking to myself because I was lying to myself, you know. Like, you can go to a therapist and definitely go to therapy. If you need to go to therapy, go to therapy. This is not me knocking therapy, but there's a lot of issues that we have with ourselves that if we sit down and we're truly honest with ourselves, dude, we don't need to go to therapy. Like, I remember one time I was driving in the car. I was driving away from my, I think I was driving back home. I can't remember from where. I think it was like from my ex's place or something. And I was having this conversation with myself and I could feel myself. I knew what, like, it's so powerful. Like, people always say the tongue holds power. It's so powerful to say the truth even if you don't like it. It's so powerful. Like, I was having a conversation with myself, you know, on the driving back home, and I kept asking myself the same question over and over and over and over and over and over, because the answer that I was speaking, you know, in the back of my head, maybe it wasn't in the forefront of my mind, but on the back of my head, the real answer was there. But I was speaking to myself and I was just talking and talking and talking. Like, I asked the question, like, why XYZ? Why XYZ? Why XYZ? And I would say Y. No. I would say Z instead of X. And I would keep saying, or maybe I'd say A instead of X. And I'd keep, I hope somebody understands what I'm saying. I'd keep saying, beating around the bush instead of saying what I actually should be saying, instead of saying the truth to myself. And while I was doing that, I was crying because I was like, I can't remember exactly what I said to myself, but I was like, I know you don't lie to me. Yeah, I said that every single time. I was like, I know you don't lie to me. I know you don't lie to me, until the truth finally came out and I was shedding tears and it felt like a weight off my shoulders because I had that conversation with myself. And, you know, again, you can go to therapy and have that conversation with the therapist and, you know, work through it. But I have been to therapy. The first time my ex and I broke up, I went to therapy because there's a lot of things that I had to address both in the relationship and with myself. And one thing that I thought I did, to be honest with you. And one thing that she said was that I self-actualize a lot. Like, I know what's going on. I'm hyper aware. And yeah, we're hyper aware. There's people out there that are just hyper aware of their problems, what's going on with them. And when you're hyper aware, it's just all about being honest with yourself. Yeah, just being honest with yourself and being truly, truly honest. It helps you so much. So yeah, talk to yourself, even if you sound crazy. But yeah, this is getting to about the 10-minute mark. That's today's video. Let me know if you guys like this. You know, like I said, it's raining outside, so I kind of wanted to record this on the PC. And also, for some reason, it takes a minute to transfer from my iPhone to my PC. It's kind of annoying. That's why the videos have been posting late the past couple days. So I love you guys as usual, as always. With whatever you do in life, put God first. You know, always try to cultivate a relationship with God, and love yourself more than you love anybody else. And if there's nobody out there that loves you, I love you. But there is somebody out there that loves you. So yeah, that's today's video, and I will see you guys tomorrow.